Hari Om, Om Shanti. Greetings to all the spiritual seekers. In this session of divine production, I would like to further illustrate on the internal pranayam. Internal pranayam involves balancing your prana and apana together in a churning process. Thereby, you achieve a balance so that balanced life force energy activates your Shushumna Nadi through the Brahmarandra, the CSF, cerebral spinal fluid, along with the Shakti, Kundalini Shakti, rises up to activate your third eye chakra and also your Sahasrara chakra, so that you realize yourself what exactly you are in relation to the God and what God is. This is it. Internal pranayama is only the technique by which you can realize your true self and realize the God. What does internal pranayama involve? It involves just churning your prana and apana together so that they are in a balanced, regulated state. So let's talk about what happens when we are born. The moment you are born, you are actually taking an exhalation. That means you are doing expiration in order to get rid of the fluids accumulated in your lungs. That amniotic fluid containing lecithin and sphingomyelin, if the ratio of those two, lecithin to sphingomyelin, is 3.5, that means you have good lungs to breathe on this planet and survive. Otherwise, one cannot survive. So when you are born, you take an expiration to clear the lungs. Thereby, you inhale external oxygen to oxygenate your blood. Then you become pinkish at that moment, and then you start breathing. But most of your vital pranic shakti, that vital force of energy, has gone down in the form of apana. Along with prana and apana, you have three other pranic energies. They are also called pranas: samana, vimana, and udana. All five pancha pranas, five pranas, five pranic energies. Along with the five, you have sub pranic energies of that cosmic energy. It is nothing to do with external air inhalation through your nostrils, your nose, and expelling carbon dioxide from your body, coming out of every cell through the blood to the lungs and out. So, in order to have a sound body, a diamond like body, mind, intellect, and providing shelter to our individual Atman energy. Internal pranayam is necessary in order to maintain the sound health. Otherwise, we all suffer from many maladies. Most of the pranic energy, that vital force of energy, is externalized in our lives. That means we become worldly conscious, not spiritual conscious, because we are expending our panchapranas in order to gratify our sense objects, our senses, these five jnanendriyas: ears, eyes, nose, tongue, and touch. You always generate desires, thereby your jnanendriyas run like wild horses in all directions for them to be satisfied, and your mind succumbs to it. Thereby, your intelligence also succumbs. It does not work properly if you do not have control on your mind, and your individual soul energy also thinks that it is a body. So, all in all, we all have a wrong identification about ourselves. That is why we are caught in this Maya, in these worldly affairs, that actually forces us to take many more births and deaths before you realize, before you get that divine knowledge to understand yourself, what exactly you are and what God is. So, this is only the opportunity for all of us in this life, and start doing this internal pranayam. What is internal pranayam? So, our body consists of gross body, subtle body, and causal body. In our gross body, you have all types of organs inside for us to live, like heart, lungs, kidneys, brain, all these panchendriyas and karmendriyas, all of them are there. Along with, you have the subtle body. In the subtle body, you have a nadi system. The nadi system consists of Pingala nadi, that runs on the right direction of the body here, and here you have Ida nadi, that also runs from your Bhrukuti all the way to the Muladhara chakra. In the center, in your spinal cord, you have Merudandam, that is Sahasrara nadi. Sushumna nadi. Sorry, I'm talking about the Sahasrara chakra. So the Sushumna nadi is in your spinal cord. The Pingala nadi and Ida nadi from the left side, they actually wind around the Sushumna nadi in the center, just like DNA. The DNA has two strands. It's a double helix. Both strands are complementary to each other, and they actually wind around the Sushumna nadi just like two serpents. and you have a great support in the middle, that Sushumna Nadi. Sushumna Nadi actually contains three layers. The first one is diamond, that is Vajra Nadi. Second one is Chitra Nadi. And the third one is Brahma Nadi. So, through the Brahma Nadi, your balanced energy needs to rise up for you to realize what exactly you are and what the God is. In that process, for that result, you need to use your internal prana and apana and balance them, equate them. Then only you can achieve stimulating the Kundalini Shakti in your Mooladhara chakra, the base chakra. That's what we need to do. Lord Krishna taught this yogic process, this yoga sadhana, to Arjun post Kurukshetra war. Due to Arjun's forgetfulness about what he taught before the war took place, it only actually lasts for 35 to 45 minutes for Lord Krishna to utter all the verses that he uttered of the 701 shlokas. Arjun could not remember as to how to realize oneself and how to realize the God eventually through this yoga sadhana. Internal pranayam, also called Kriya Yoga. Many rishis, monks, sages, they have been very successful performing this yoga sadhana, and they got enlightened through this process. Why shouldn't we adapt the same yoga sadhana for us to live in a sound body, mind, and intellect? It is possible, absolutely it is possible. If one practices what I'm going to demonstrate, one does realize, yes, this is the technique that one should practice in order to keep a sound body and let our individualized Atman reside in it and ultimately get to the abode of peace and bliss. So, we talked about the subtle nadi system, and then in the subtle nadi system, we have 7 chakras. The basal chakra, Mooladhara chakra, and the second one is Swadhisthana chakra, and the third one is Manipura chakra, and the fourth one is Anahata chakra or heart chakra, and the fifth one is Vishuddha chakra, and the sixth one is Agna chakra, the third eye chakra or command chakra, or Krishna consciousness or Shiva consciousness or Christ consciousness. And here at top of the head, just below, you have Sahasrara chakra. Sahasrara chakra contains 1,000 petals. Agna chakra contains 2 petals in its lotus flowery structure. And Vishuddha chakra contains 16 petals, and Anahata chakra contains 12 petals. And here we talked about in this region, you have Manipura chakra, which has 10 petals. Just below that, you have Swadhisthana chakra, which has 6 petals. And the very first one, which relates to the planet Earth, Muladhara chakra as 4 petals. All these, all these chakras, they have direct, direct connection to the gross elements, the Panchabhutas, and also our 5 sense organs. So I mentioned this, Lord Krishna taught this yoga sadhana to Arjun upon his request for him to realize the Brahman. You can find this internal pranayam information in the form of Lord Krishna's stanzas in the Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, in chapter number 4, 5, 6, and also you can find the same information in Yoga Vasistam and Uttara Gita. You may find the same information in Upanishads. But one has to read and comprehend and then see the type of information that you can find from Gita shlokas. So, what do you need in order to, what is the first requirement? So, let me utter this shlok uttered by Lord Krishna. Samam kayam shirogrivam dharayan achalam sthira. Samam kayam shirogrivam dharayan achalam sthira. Samprekshanasikagram Samprekshanasikagram Swam dishaschanavalokayan Samprekshanasikagram Samprekshanasikagram Swam dishaschanavalokayan. Ah, ah. Sit in such a position that you're comfortable any place that you choose to, either in Padmasana, Sukhasana, Vajrasana, or on a chair. And then actually choose a hand gesture, a mudra. This is what I chose, a Gnana mudra, and place on your thighs. But the 3 other fingers, they have to be straight, and then hold like this and place on your thighs. So according to this shlok, your lumbar region of the body, head, and neck have to be in a straight line so that you do not have any kinks in your spinal cord, and in the other 2 nadis, Pingala and Ida, to flow properly without any obstruction. Along with the kinky obstructions, if your posture is no good. In general, we have many defects in our systems. If they are in imbalance, our body does not work. Thereby, we suffer from many diseases. So, we need to get rid of all those defects, those doshas. Mainly, those 3 doshas are in the form of kapham, and the second one is pitta, and the third one is vayu. So, these 3 doshas create many problems with our systems, internal systems, to function. If there is kapha dosha, you have a lot of fluids formation in the lungs, in the nose, in the mouth, that phlegm. And then if you have doshas in your alimentary canal, then you have indigestion problems. So all these doshas we need to get rid of for us to function very well and concentrate on our tasks so that we will be successful. So make sure your lumbar region, your head, and your neck, they are in a straight line. And then try to do your internal pranayam where you are going to draw the apanam up and then prana down. You do it like a churning process, and thereby you achieve equilibrium, that balance of both of those energies internally. So, all in all, you have to draw the apanam from Muladhara chakra through all the other chakras and then place it right here in your bhrukuti. So, you are going to sharply envision, visualize this spot, the space between your two eyebrows, and then place your mind on your breath, that shwasa. So you are going to focus on the shwasa and each chakra when you are drawing the energy up, that life force energy up. So this is how you do. Lord Krishna said, Nasabhyantaracharinav, Nasabhyantaracharinav, that means here, this is our tongue. And then you have uvula. Uvula contains soft palate and coarse palate. Use the soft palate to, to create, create a vacuum here so that your apanam in the form of that energy, it moves up because of the vacuum. So you are not doing anything with your nostrils or mouth. You just close your mouth and then roll up your eyes so that you only fix your gaze in the bhrukuti, or just close your eyes, but internally you only see your bhrukuti even though you close your eyes, and the mind should be on the pranic energy, that swasha. So I am doing the internal pranayam. This is how it is done. So please watch. I have done the purakam. That means I drew the energy from Muladhara chakra up to the Agna chakra, third eye chakra, that Bhrukuti, and I am depositing that energy right there, that apanam. The deposition is called kumbhakam. Then you press down that energy so that it reaches Muladhara chakra through all other chakras. I have just done Rechakam. That means I press down the life force energy to reach Muladhara chakra, and you deposit there. When you deposit, you call it Adho Kumbhakam. like this, you can actually practice for 50 times, depending upon the number of petals in each chakra. That many times you can do. That means you can do 50 times. Sahasrara chakra has 1,000 petals. Is it like, are you going to do 1,050 times? Yes. When you practice completely, when you engross in this yogagni creation, one can do, so that one can reach your Bhrukuti and realize yourself, your true nature, and then get to know the Paramatma within a short period of time by that kind of practice. But initially, you can do for 20 minutes to 30 minutes and then increase the time of doing this internal pranayam sadhana. So, all in all, we are like a 7-step ladder. The energy has to go up through each rung up to the sixth one. When you reach the sixth rung, then the internal pranic energy, that prana and apana, balanced energy, activates your Kundalini Shakti. The Kundalini Shakti rises up, again goes here, and then you will have a confluence of 3 rivers. The energy from the Pingala, and energy from the Ida, and the energy from the Sushumna. They mix together, they join. It means Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati confluence takes place right here. Once such a confluence takes place, and once the energy rises up in your Sushumna through the Brahmanadi, it actually activates the entire brain, your medulla oblongata, your third ventricle, fourth ventricle, first and second ventricle in the brain. All of them get activated. Your pineal gland, your pituitary gland, all of them get activated. All of them get equal internal vital force, so that your entire circulatory system gets activated. It will be in balance for all the cells in your body to get equal amount of blood circulation. In the Muladhara chakra, your reproductive system works very well. In the second chakram, your excretory system works well. In the Manipura chakra, the solar plexus, your digestive system works well. And in here, Anahata chakra, the heart chakra, your lungs work very well. And in here, Akash chakra, here, Vishuddha chakra, your hearing ability works very well. Your expression system, ability to speak and convince of good things, enhances. So everything is interconnected for you to function very well. So do this at your leisure. You can do before sunrise in the morning, and also before you sleep. Make sure You do this for half an hour, and in the morning, you can actually do for an hour. When you do, say in the beginning for 2 weeks, you will definitely find change in you. Your body becomes, stronger, diamond-like, and all your systems internally work very well for you to be healthy. See, in this process again, please remember that we have nothing to do with external oxygen inhalation and exhalation of the carbon dioxide. Nothing to do with it. So, what is the main benefit here? You are going to make your systems work very well. You enhance your longevity to live longer, that means, and live healthily. Living for a long time with dilapidation, internal defects is going to cause problems to you as well as people around you taking care of you. So, by doing this internal pranayam, you will be self reliant, very healthy, realize yourself what you are, and realize that Paramatman, that Brahman, that God within you. That is the main advantage. That means being born as a human being, you are realizing this most sought after goal of human life. Make use of it, please. If you have any questions, you may ask. So long, folks. Hari Om.